Hey, welcome back. This is Carlos GGS from Guitar God Secrets, and what we're going to talk about today is how to play like Metallica. That's right, we're going to talk a little bit about the rhythm, actually, of Metallica, which I think is probably more important than anything else about the band. Definitely not the lead work, per se. I mean, yeah, they do some good solos, but the rhythm is what makes Metallica what it is, and pretty much any band, really, so don't ignore the rhythm, as I say. So what is it about Metallica you need to learn how to play? Well, to sound like them, of course, you've got to have that just unbelievably gut-wrenching tone. I've got the gain turned up way, way up, which is probably way, way higher than you're even going to want to have it for this stuff, because believe it or not, the sound that Metallica has is less based on the gain and more on the fact that they're double-tracking those two guitars, well, sometimes probably more guitars than that, but at least James Hetfield and Kirk Hammett's guitars are double-tracked, and I even read this in an interview that Kirk Hammett said, hey, you'd be amazed how much we turn down the distortion to play together. You're going to play more accurately and to play tight together in that band, because they're very tight when it comes to rhythm. They've got to keep the gain down a little bit. So I'm going to give you a quick exercise in how to play and get that James Hetfield smashing hand rhythm that just absolutely blows them away. Okay, so I'm going to give you a little bit of a riff for you to kind of pick up a little bit of the feel of what's going on with James Hetfield. He's known as being the awesome right hand because of the way he plays his rhythm. But one of the things that he often does is he doesn't use the most economical way of playing a lot of these rhythms. Not a criticism against him. He's absolutely awesome as a rhythm player, but you got to keep that in mind when you're learning how to play some of their songs. So what we're going to be doing is using the low E as a drone note, if you will. And we're not going to use just downstrokes, though. We're going to use upstrokes on this, too, so we can get the right arm fully engaged. So you're going to do one note of the A, or the E, rather, and one chord. So it could be, and let's just use, actually, we're going to change the key over to E with a little bit of a Locrian twist to it, which is where you use the flat second. So we're going to just use one note, and then the F. Just like that. And you can speed it up. Then you're going to change to two of each, and I highly encourage you to do this in a 4/4 sequence. In other words, use your 4 beats per measure, 4 bars to kind of give you a feel for proper timing. And then we're going to switch from the 1 to 2. And then, of course, cycle in some other chords in that, and you can do a little bit of riffing of your own. Come up with some song ideas. Okay, so we're doing 2. Now we got to do 3. Now 3 we're going to do in a triplet. Okay, so it's going to be a triplet on the E. And if you'd like, you can, of course, switch in just about any other chord in there. Okay, but we're going to get that triplet going. And you've probably heard that quite a bit in Metallica songs, is that triplet on the low E as they kind of work their way around in some chord structures there. And then, of course, we're going to go for a quadruplet, which is actually going to be in time, which means it's going to be a total of a 5 count. Now, if you don't know what that means, that's okay. I'm going to show you. First of all, the quadruplet is, it's 4 notes right there. And you can do that with chords, too. Okay, but we're going to do that with the added chord, so it's going to have a total of 5. The quadruplet and the chord. And you can see what's happening here. We're building up some pretty intricate possibilities as far as rhythm playing is concerned. So we start with 1. And you can do that as a whole chord if you like, too. and then 2, then 3, and then quadruplets. And then you keep working that around. You can do it in any key you like. I highly encourage you to move around in keys, but we're doing it with E and F because in the key of E, that flat second, the F note, or the F chord even here in this position, is the next chord up. And what Metallica does quite frequently is mixes that in the key of E, and then of course allows them to go back to F sharp and G to give that that funky different feeling. So there you go, really quick and very simple exercise to kind of get you feeling that rhythm of Metallica, because that's really by and large the most important thing you can do to play like Metallica is get that rhythm down. So practice that 1 and then a chord, 2 and then a chord, and then 3 and then a chord, and 4 and a chord. And of course doing the triplets with a fast triplet feel. I'll give you a great song to use as an example for that is listen to Battery and listen to the rhythm that he's got there. If you know that song, or if you have an inkling to learn it, it's probably one of the best right-hand exercises you're going to get playing a metal song. That one's going to challenge you. I'll give you that right off the bat. This is Carlos GGS with a little bit of how to play like Metallica. I look forward to seeing you again soon, but until I do, one thing you got to do it right now. Go down there, go down that link you see down there, or click on the video, and make sure you go on over to guitargodsecrets.com. Get your copy of my #1 practice, my guitar practice hack. This is the hack you got to have, man, because you got to maximize your time and get the most done with what little time you have to play. If you've got 8 hours to play, fantastic. This will make it like you're playing for 16 hours, but you're going to get more results. You're going to get better faster. Going over to Guitar God Secrets right now. This is Carlos GGS from Guitar God Secrets, of course, and I want you to live to play and play to live. Thrash time.